My name is Sterling, and I am on location. With my previous adventures focused on getting dirty, we decided to continue with the theme and go underground. I would be spelunking with some professional cavers. Oregon High Desert Grotto has invited me to join them at the Pronghorn Resort just outside Bend, Oregon. They were doing a survey of a recently discovered lava tube. When we go into this cave, we're going to be doing some surveying. What's it going to look like and how can I help?
Well, we're going to open a manhole cover. We're going to go down some ladder rungs. And then there's a long wobbly ladder that you have to go down to get to the very bottom. And once you're down there, there'll be a nice flat floor and nice wide passage. And that's where we'll start the survey.
What are some of the jobs each of you have during this survey?
I'm going to be doing book, which means that I'll be taking the data down in the book, and then I'll be sketching the actual passage and making a preliminary rough map for the section that we're surveying.
The book is the one job that people don't really like to do. It takes some artistry to do it. And my job, I'll be doing instruments, and so we have to measure the distance between stations, we have to measure the vertical angle, and we have to measure the horizontal angle, basically a compass point.
What about you, Neil? What do you bring to this team?
I'll be taking a point on this where I'll be going ahead to actually set the stations. I'll pick the points that we're measuring between, and I'll mark them with survey tape so we can keep them chronologically ordered. One of the big things is getting them in line so the laser isn't hitting the wall or it's not hitting an obstacle, where we have a nice clean workflow where we're just progressing through the cave smoothly, picking points that are going to be convenient and easy to access.
All right.
We tend to map as we go. So some people will go into a cave and just explore it. But when we go into the cave, we go with the intent of mapping first.
You're there for business.
Yeah. We try to minimize our impact. And as cave surveyors, when I survey, typically we're surveying as we explore, so we might be the first explorers or amongst the first that are in the cave. And so we will try to pick a path to minimize damage. So that could be things hanging from the ceiling, things look like they're going from the floor, like stalagmites, or crystals on the floor, or sandcastles.
Is there a real big drive to find the new next neat cave?
We always want to find something new, something bigger, something that nobody's ever seen before, and in many of these places we're the first people to ever enter these.
Well, with all that knowledge and what we just talked about, let's go check out this cave and do a survey.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's go, guys.
Neil, Scott, Ron, and I headed over to the cave entrance, which was just a hole in the ground.
That'll make the tape move for sure.
You feel that air there? Oh, look at that. That's cool.
That's a pretty good demo for sure.
I think we should put safety ropes on, and safety harnesses, and safety gear, because it's further down than you might think. Even though this nice center makes you think it's a nice 10-foot drop, it's quite a ways down there.
Kind of looks like a sewer. Come see this cave.
Thankfully it's not used yet, so it's still really clean.
It's clean and fresh.
Yeah.
All right, I'm expecting big things out of this cave.
I think you're gonna see some big things.
Okay, let's start. I think we need a bigger manhole cover next.
Yeah.
So he's gonna descend, what, 50 feet? That is some extension ladder then.
It's fiberglass and it's really flexy. It will be exciting, I guarantee it.
At the Pronghorn Resort, just outside of Bend, Oregon, the survey of a recently discovered lava tube was about to begin. But before we could start, I had to descend nearly 100 feet underground. Oregon High Desert Grotto members waited patiently while I climbed down a semi-stable extension ladder already placed in the cave.
All right, here we go. One small step for On Location, giant leap for mankind. All right, I watched the boss do it. Woo! Be sure to look up as I come down and kick dirt on you. So my plan is to talk in a cave and have a giant echo. I'm coming all the way down, going down Periscope.
Once inside the cave, Neil wasted no time introducing me to a newly discovered creature.
What's this thing's name?
This is Pteracus marchantoni. It's a harvestman, which is an arachnid, not a spider. 8 legs. They have big mouth parts on the front called chelicerae. They're black claw appendages at the front, extend out. They have pinchers at the end, and they can grab, say, a millipede, for example, and drag it off to eat it. They're ambush predators. They'll hang on the walls, kind of in a position similar to that. And as a millipede walks by, they'll grab it with the claws and eat it. Yeah, so we discovered these back in about 2008 in a cave south of Bend. And I knew pretty well off that it was a cave-limited species, the lack of pigmentation on the back where it has no pigment on the abdomen. Reduced pigmentation is a common sign of cave adaptation. Up to about 30 species new to science have 3 named after me at this point.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, totally harmless.
That's pretty neat. It's a new species, but I think we need to let it go back in the wild now.
I'll take it back where we found it.
Great.
This lava tube, currently named the Pronghorn Lodge Cave, was created by magma flowing from a Newberry volcano eruption. This volcano is the largest in the Cascade Volcanic Arc and about the same size as Rhode Island.
Only about 20 people have been in this cave, according to the owner. So we're very privileged to be able to be in here seeing this cave.
How far underground are we?
Well, about 50 feet below the surface. We're going to be mapping it today, and I'm going to estimate it's about 1,500 feet long.
How'd you get started in caving?
Well, I originally started in the Boy Scouts with backpacking, which led to mountain climbing, which led to rock climbing. And then one day, someone said, I think there's caves around here. And that one sentence kind of changed direction of my life in a big way. And I started exploring wild caves from that moment on.
What's our plan for today? Why did we come to this specific cave?
Well, this cave has not been properly mapped, and so we have a crew here that's going to run a survey line down the passage, and then I'm going to be sketching the actual shape of the walls and where the formations are, and if there's a mound of broken rock. And so this is step one of the steps on the way to producing the map. So as we go down a tube, we'll draw the shape, and then the plan view is looking at the top like an architecture plan. And then the profile view is the side view as to whether it goes up or down and that dimension.
Okay. So we're gonna have 3 views.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this will be a good time.
Surveying the cave and creating the final map you see here requires the collaborative efforts of an experienced team working almost entirely in the dark.
All right, Scott, you got an L right there?
Yeah, the left is passage. What do you want to do here?
Yeah, passage is fine.
After watching the process, they let me help.
So you just push the red button, line it up and hold it, and then push the red button again while it's not moving it.
All right, Sterling, you ready to take a shot?
I am ready to take a shot. I'm gonna push the red button. Yeah, I'm at 26.47 meters and 3.15.
Okay, sounds good.
One small step of how to survey a cave. It takes a full team. There's the spotter, the writer, the sketcher, and the operator.
Measuring the horizontal angle, or polar coordinates, required using a handheld rangefinder and laser that I wasn't fully certified to operate.
Okay. 143. Oh, excuse me, 147. Sorry,
147.
147.
So it's 147 degrees south-southeast.
Yeah, so if you look, get your eye really close.
Oh yeah, now I can see the degrees, but I can't see him.
Yeah, he's turned his back.
How dare you? All right, yeah.
Map checkpoints were frequent and covered both sides. As the professional cavers got back to it, my crew and I did some spelunking.
Some pretty unique formations above us. I'm sure they have a special name. They're like stalactites because they hold tight to the ceiling, not stalagmites that are mighty on the ground. But they're not, because lava tubes don't have stalactites and stalagmites. So it's cooling lava coming down in little bubbles, leaving trails. It's like a snowy forest of fluffy trees, just upside down. These are cool. I hope I don't break any. I'm gonna be careful.
Our time in the cave was ending. As I joined the cavers for a last look at a large rock pile, I am reminded of the available adventures for those looking to get a little dirty. You might want to try your hand at striking it rich, reenactment, or going underground. There are plenty of opportunities to choose from. Dust, mud, twigs, weeds, animal dung, and plain old dirt are all available just outside your door.
Ta-da!
I know, because I've been on location.
No caves to speak of.
Nothing to see. Move along. Move along.